this is something which you are able to, I mean, which we all know since our class third and fourth, right? So we know there is something called Pythagoras equation, right? So Pythagoras theorem क्या बोलती है कि hypotenuse square is equal to the perpendicular square plus base square in a right angle triangle. So अगर मेरे पास x y z है sides of triangle और x मेरा hypotenuse है, then x square is equal to y square plus z square. So in general, it is not necessary that this power can be 2, right? This power can be 4, this power can be right. Rather, in some of the cases we can see results for 3, but for your syllabus it is only power 2 or power 4, right? So any equation, right, which has 2 or more unknowns is called a Diophantine equation. So Diophantine equation means जिसमें आपके पास 2 या 2 से ज्यादा unknown है, and obviously अगर degree is greater than 1, then this will be non-linear, right? In general, a Pythagorean triplet is what? It is a set of 3 integers x, y, z such that x square plus y square is equal to z square. तो यानी कि अगर मैं square of 2 numbers add करूं तो मुझे third number भी square मिल जाए. Now what we will do, we will try to find the solutions of this type of equation. Is there any general pattern where we can uh, uh, see this kind of behavior, right? What are those numbers which basically satisfy this kind of behavior? So you very well know now why the name is Pythagorean triplet, because it basically resembles Pythagoras theorem, right? So before we move to general Pythagorean triplet, right? So generally means so 3 numbers x, y, z such that x square plus y square plus is equal to z square. So this is Pythagorean triplet. A primitive Pythagorean triplet are the one, right? अगर इन numbers का GCD आपस में 1 हो, if GCD of x, y and z is 1, then this is primitive Pythagorean triplet. So we know very one of the famous is 3, 4 and 5. So 3 square plus 4 square, so this is 16, and plus 9, this is 25. So this is 5 square. और अगर आप यहाँ पे देखो सारे numbers का GCD 1 है आपस में, so it means these are Pythagorean triplet, right? So let us see. So eventually at the end of the chapter we'll be able to say something about the solution of this triplet. So उससे पहले हम छोटी छोटी theorems करेंगे जो हमें आगे help करेगी इसका solution निकालने में. So right, what this theorem says कि अगर x y z primitive Pythagorean triplet है, right, and one of the then one of the integer x and y is even while the other is odd. तो इनमें एक integer even होगा और दूसरा odd होगा, right? So you see, let us assume the other way around. Suppose both x and y are even. Suppose दोनों even है, x and y दो integers even है, तो it means 2 will divide x, 2 will divide y. हमें पता है even integer का square भी even होता है, so 2 will divide x square, 2 will divide y square. So it means 2 will divide their sum, so 2 will divide z square. So 2 will divide z square, right? Right? इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? अब 2 जो है एक नंबर का स्क्वायर को डिवाइड कर रहा है, तो ऑब्वियसली 2 विल डिवाइड z आल्सो, बिकॉज़ सिर्फ इवन नंबर का स्क्वायर ही इवन होता है, ऑड नंबर का स्क्वायर तो हमेशा ऑड होता है. So it means what? Z has to be even. So 2 divides z. So 2 divides x, 2 divides y, 2 divides z. So it means इनका GCD वो भी 2 डिवाइड करेगा, और in other words इनका GCD 1 नहीं हो सकता, because तीनों नंबर्स को 2 डिवाइड करता है. So we get a common factor. But हमें तो ये गिवन है कि कॉमन फैक्टर, ग्रेटेस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर इज 1. तो 1 को छोड़ के कोई भी नंबर इनको डिवाइड नहीं करता इकट्ठा. So this is contradiction. So x and y, they are not both even. But is it fine? Again, the other possibility is they can be both odd. Again, they can be both odd. So you see, अगर दोनों odd हो गए, suppose x and y are both odd, तो x is of the form 2m plus 1. तो x square क्या हो जाएगा? 4m square plus 4m plus 1. तो you see, अगर मैं mod 4 ले लूं तो x square का रिमाइंडर कितना आ जाएगा? यहाँ भी 4 है, यहाँ भी 4 है, ये तो 0 हो जाएंगे, 1. So what we get? X square is congruent to 1 mod 4. Also y भी हमने odd लिया है, तो y square is congruent to 1 mod 4. इनको add कर दो तो x square plus y square is congruent to 2 mod 4. So what we get? Z square is congruent to 2 mod 4. Z square is congruent to 2 mod 4. You see, is it possible that square of any number is congruent to 2 mod 4? ये देखो, Z can be even, Z can be odd. अगर z even हुआ तो z is of the form 2k, तो z square कितना आ गया? 4k square. तो if you see, अगर मैं z स्क्वायर का रिमाइंडर लूं 4 के साथ, सो दिस इज 0। एंड अगर z ऑड हुआ तो अभी हमने देखा है z स्क्वायर इज कॉन्ग्रुएंट टू 1 mod 4। अगर z इवन है तो z स्क्वायर इज कॉन्ग्रुएंट टू 0 mod 4, अगर z ऑड है तो z स्क्वायर इज कॉन्ग्रुएंट टू 1 mod 4। इन एनी केस हमारे पास 2 नहीं आया, so this equation has no solution, so z square is congruent to 2 mod 4. This is not possible, right? So therefore x and y cannot be both even, so one number has to be even while the other number has to be odd in case of primitive triplets, right? X and y में, so z is on the right hand side, so if you see the next theorem, if AB is equal to C to the power n, where GCD of A and B is 1, right? Then A and B are nth powers, right? So basically इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? A and B are the nth powers. So means there exists some integer A1 such that A is equal to A1 to the power n, and there exists some integer B1 such that B is equal to B1 to the power n, right? So let's say this, what is given to me, that the GCD of A and B is 1. Right, so let us assume that A and B are both greater, because अगर A और B 1 हो गए, अगर A और B दोनों 1 है, तो obviously the result is true, because 1 को आप 1 can be written as this. So for 1 the result is trivial. Let us assume that A is greater than 1 and B is greater than 1. So हम A will have some prime factorization, B will have some prime factorization, right? AB क्या हो जाएगा? AB will be product of this. And similarly, let us assume that C has some prime factorization u1 alpha 1 u2 alpha 2 so on up to us alpha s. So what is given to me? AB is equal to Cn. तो अगर मैं सारी प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन डाल दूं तो u की पावर के साथ n मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा, राइट? फिर ऑल दीज आर प्राइम्स. तो अब अगर आप देखो यहाँ पे these numbers are equal. So these two, अब ये भी प्राइम्स है, ये भी प्राइम्स है, और प्राइम्स की पावर जब मैं टोटल कर रही हूँ तो इक्वल आ रहा है, राइट? इसका मतलब क्या हो? सी ए बी इज इक्वल टू सी एन है, तो इसका मतलब ये, सो दिस इज समथिंग ऑफ द सॉर्ट, दिस इज 4, दिस इज 2 टू द पावर स्क्वायर, सो 4 इज इक्वल टू 2 स्क्वायर. सो बेसिकली 4 को भी तो हम 2 स्क्वायर लिख सकते हैं. सो हम कह रहे हैं दो नंबर्स इक्वल है, और हमें पता है हर नंबर की प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन यूनिक होती है. तो इसका मतलब ये जो P1, P2, PR, Q1, Q2, QT, ये सारे U1, U2, USC हैं. हो सकता है ऑर्डर डिफरेंट हो, मतलब 3 into 5 यहाँ पे हो, यहाँ पे 5 into 3 हो. सो बेसिकली ऑल दीज पावर्स विल बी सेम. बेटा यहाँ तक क्लियर है सबको? बेटा क्लियर है?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right, so basically, so what we get from here is कि all these primes are same here. So इसका मतलब जो इनकी powers हैं वो भी almost यहाँ पे same है. So in general, some ki will be equal to some n alpha I, and similarly some lj will be equal to some n alpha j. We don't know what this is. So let us assume, so यहाँ से क्या हो गया? So अगर k1, अगर suppose k1 is equal to n alpha 1 है, तो यहां से हम क्या कर सकते हैं? n will divide k1. n जो है वो k1 को डिवाइड करता है, right? So it means k1 over n is integer, right? So this is an integer. तो हमने क्या किया? Let us consider this number a1 को हमने कंसिडर कर लिया p1 to the power k1 by n, p2 to the power a2 by n, pr to the power kr by n. तो इससे फायदा क्या हुआ? अगर मैं a1 की पावर n लूंगी तो ये जो डिनोमिनेटर वाले n है ये सारे कैंसिल हो जाएंगे. सिर्फ क्या बच जाएगा? p1 k1, p2 k2, pr kr, और p1 p2 k pr, ये सारा नंबर क्या है? दिस इज a. So what we get? A is a1 to the power n, and similarly b is what? b1 to the power n. So both these numbers are the nth powers. Is it fine, बच्चे? Questions if you
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
इसमें वो आपके basics. So find all the Pythagorean triplet whose terms forms an AP. So हमें पता है अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन में क्या होता है? टर्म्स जो है वो एक कॉमन नंबर से वेरी करती हैं. So let us say one of this number is a, तो दूसरा नंबर क्या हो जाएगा? a plus k, and तीसरा नंबर क्या हो जाएगा? a minus k. And since हमें पता है कि these are Pythagorean triplet, so इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? a a minus k का whole square plus a square will be equal to a plus k का whole square. So we can solve this equation, and from here we can get the value of a. So obviously a cannot be 0. A cannot be 0. Can you tell me why a cannot be 0? Because अगर a 0 हो गया तो नंबर कौन सा हो गया? माइनस k माइनस 0 एंड k. बट हम नेचुरल नंबर्स में है. नंबर थ्योरी मीन्स फॉर नेचुरल नंबर्स greater than 0. So we can't say कि a is 0, right? So a has to be greater than 0. So a is 4. Beta, is it clear?
Yes.
Then find all the Pythagorean triangles, right, whose areas are equal to their parameters. Whose area? So if you see equation बनानी है आपने, तो हमें पता है Pythagorean theorem लगनी है, तो triangle will be a right angle triangle. Say the height is, so this is say x, y, z. So the hypotenuse is z. This is x. This is say y. So हमें पता है by Pythagorean triplet x square plus y square is equal to z square. अब हमें क्या given है? Area. Area of triangle क्या होता है? Half of base into height. So base is y, height is x. So half of x y, and parameter किसके equal होता है? Sum of the sides. So x plus y plus z. तो यहाँ से z की वैल्यू निकाल के ऊपर पुट कर देंगे, सिंप्लीफाई करके we will get the values. Is it clear, बच्चे? Verify that 3, 4, 5 is the only primitive Pythagorean triple involving consecutive positive integers. So हमें consecutive integers चाहिए. Suppose the consecutive integers are n, n plus 1, n plus 2. Again they are Pythagorean, so they will satisfy this relation. इस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करोगे आप, यू विल गेट अ क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन इन n. इसके दो रूट्स आएंगे, या तो n is equal to 3 या n is equal to -1. Again -1 is not possible because we are in natural numbers. So only option is what? n is equal to 3. So बाकी केसेस क्या बन जाएंगे? +1 is 4 and +2 is 5. Beta, is it fine? So these are all basic questions.
Yes.
Let us go to something which is more relevant. Beta, clear है?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, as I told you, कि हमारा जो main aim है, that is the finding the solution of this equation, right? So this theorem gives you the solution, and it is important from examination point of view also. It's a quite, so what this equation says, the positive primitive solution. So primitive means जिनका GCD आपस में 1 है. So the positive primitive solution of x square plus y square is equal to z square. और हमने एक थ्योरम की थी कि x और y में से कोई एक इवन होगा, कोई एक ऑड होगा. सो विद y इवन, ये हम क्वेश्चंस में यूज करते हैं ये सॉल्यूशन. सो विद y इवन, सो सॉल्यूशन इज व्हाट? x is equal to r square minus s square, y is what? 2rs, and z is what? r square plus s square. So since हमने y को इवन माना है, इसलिए हमने y को 2rs वैल्यू दे दी है. And here, right, further we claim that r and s, they have opposite parity. So opposite parity means they have opposite signs. अगर r positive है तो s negative होगा, right? And GCD of r and s is 1, right? So basically we have to show that this number is a solution. हमें show करना है कि solution is of this form for this equation. Is it fine, बच्चे? Shall I start? And this you have to remember also. Solution of this equation is what? X is equal to r square minus s square, y is equal to 2rs, and z is equal to r square plus s square. Now let us see this. Suppose इसका कोई solution है x1, y1, z1, right? Then obviously what will happen? It will satisfy this equation. So x1 square plus y1 square plus z1 square, right? And we want to show the primitive solution, right? And we are assuming that the GCD of x and y is 1, because हमें ultimately show करना है rs का GCD 1 है and r and s, this is the relation. So we are trying to start with that only. So suppose x1, y1, z1 is the solution of this equation such that GCD of x and y is 1, and they are all positive integers. They're all positive integers, right? So what will happen here now? So ये solution है. So what will happen? So x1 square plus y1 square is equal to z1 square. वो इसको satisfy करेगा, right? और हमने अभी assume किया है कि either एक even होगा. अभी हमने prove किया है कि primitive solution में one is even and other is odd. right? So let us assume that x1 is odd and y1 is even, right? और हमें पता है in that case अगर मैं z1 square निकालूंगी, so x1 is odd, so x1 का square will be odd, y1 is even, so y1 का square will be even, obviously then in that case x1 plus y1 square will be odd. और हमें पता है अगर किसी नंबर का square odd हो, so you see z square is odd, तो यहाँ से क्या आ गया, z is odd, right? So basically x1 is odd, y1 is odd, even, and z1 will be odd, right? So now y1 square की यहाँ से value क्या आ गई, y1 square is z1 square minus x1 square. Let us divide both the sides with 4. So what you will get, y1 by 2 का whole square is equal to z1 square minus x1 square, तो मैं क्या लिख सकती हूँ, z1 plus x1 and z1 minus x1. यहाँ पे हमने by 2 कर दिया, यहाँ पे this is by 2. Now let us find the GCD of these two numbers. Let us try to say something about the GCD of these two numbers. So let the GCD be that d be the GCD of these two numbers जो bracket में है, z1 plus x1, z1 minus x1, both divided by 2. तो हमें पता है GCD दोनों numbers को divide करता है, तो it means GCD इनके sum या इनके difference को भी divide करेगा. So you see, so what will happen? So D will divide their sum and their difference also. So you see, जब आप sum लोगे तो x1 cancel हो जाएगा, तो 2z1 ऊपर आ जाएगा, नीचे भी 2 है, तो D will divide z1. Similarly, अगर आप difference लोगे तो z1 cancel हो जाएगा, हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा, D will divide x1. तो यहाँ से क्या आ जाएगा, D numbers को divide करते हैं, तो D square, अगर मैं दोनों तरफ square कर दूं, तो D square will divide their square also. So D square will divide their difference also. So D square will divide y1 square also. So it means what? D will divide y1 also. अब देखो D x1 को भी divide करता है and D y1 को भी divide करता है. But हमने तो क्या लिया था? x1 और y1 का GCD 1 है. इनका greatest common divisor 1 है. तो obviously D की value 1 ही होएगी. So it means these numbers, they will have GCD 1. Beta, is it fine? Beta, is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
अभी आपने थ्योरम करी थी कि अगर AB is equal to C to the power n हो, if AB is C to the power n हो, तो basically A is also of nth power and B is also of nth power. और अगर आप यहाँ देखो तो अभी आपने शो किया था कि y1 by 2 का whole square is equal to z1 plus x1 by 2 and z1 minus x1 by 2. और अभी हमने ये भी शो कर दिया कि इन z1 plus x1 by 2 और z1 minus x1 by 2 इनका GCD आपस में 1 है. तो अगर मैं ये रिजल्ट यूज करूं, so you see product of these numbers is what? Some number का power square. तो यहाँ से क्या आ गया? z1 plus x1 by 2 is also square of some number and z1 minus x1 by 2 is also square of some number. So it means what? They are perfect square. So you see, अगर मैं z1 plus x1 by 2, so it means let us take z1 plus x1 by 2 is equal to r square and z1 minus x1 by 2 is equal to s square. तो यहाँ से z1 की value, so यहाँ से what you get? So from here, what is the value of r? So from here, can you tell me? So these are two equations, right? So z1 plus x1 is equal to 2r square and दूसरा क्या आ गया? z1 minus x1 is equal to 2s square. तो अगर आप इन दोनों इक्वेशंस को ऐड कर दोगे तो x1 कैंसिल हो जाएगा, 2 से 2 डिवाइड हो जाएगा. सो z1 की वैल्यू आ गई r स्क्वायर प्लस x स्क्वायर. तो यहाँ से x1 की वैल्यू आ गई. अगर आप x1 की वैल्यू में r स्क्वायर प्लस s स्क्वायर माइनस करो तो उधर ले जाओ तो r स्क्वायर माइनस x स्क्वायर. बेटा इज इट फाइन? बेटा इज इट फाइन?
Yes, ma'am.
सो फाइनली यहाँ से अगर हम z1 और x1 की वैल्यू पुट कर दें तो y1 स्क्वायर की वैल्यू कितनी आ जाएगी? 2rs. तो हमने ये तो शो कर दिया है कि इसका सॉल्यूशन कैसा है. x1 इज r स्क्वायर माइनस s स्क्वायर, y1 इज 2rs एंड z1 इज व्हाट? r स्क्वायर प्लस s स्क्वायर. सिर्फ हमारे दो क्लेम्स रह गए हैं. एक क्लेम तो हमने ये प्रूव करना है कि जीसीडी ऑफ r एंड s इज 1. लेट अस फर्स्ट प्रूव दिस. सपोज इनका जीसीडी d है तो d विल डिवाइड r, d विल डिवाइड s. बेटा हमने अल्टीमेटली x1 y1 z1 पे जाना है, उनको क्रिएट करना है. तो इफ यू सी डी x1 और y1 का जीसीडी 1 है, तो हमें बेसिकली x1 और y1 पे जाना है। तो y1 में 2rs है और x1 में r स्क्वायर माइनस s स्क्वायर है। तो यहाँ से इफ यू सी d डिवाइड्स r, d डिवाइड्स s, so d will divide rs, ये मुझे y बनाने में हेल्प करेगा। एंड सिमिलरली d will divide r स्क्वायर, d will divide s स्क्वायर, so d will divide r स्क्वायर माइनस s स्क्वायर एंड d will divide 2rs। तो 2rs तो बन गया y1, r स्क्वायर माइनस s स्क्वायर बन गया x1, so we d will divide x1 by 1, so but x1 y1 का जीसीडी तो 1 है, so d will divide the gcd which is 1, so d divides 1, so यहाँ से क्या आ गया, d is equal to 1, so therefore gcd of r and s is 1, right? Then we had what, then we have to show that they are both positive, r and s, they are, but they are of opposite parity. Let us say they are of opposite parity. So here opposite parity, in the starting I said one positive, one negative. No, for parity here means even and odd. R and S are both positive. They are positive. So the parity here is in the terms of even and odd. So अगर एक even है दूसरा odd होगा, right? Again if you see, if both even, because GCD 1 है, अगर दोनों even हो गए तो 2 दोनों को divide करेगा, 2 GCD को divide करेगा, but 2 GCD तो 1 है. So you see 2 cannot divide 1. Not possible. So both cannot be even. Again both अगर odd है तो इनके r square and s square will be odd, right? So अगर इनका difference लेंगे तो r square minus s square, so 1 1 दोनों तरफ से cancel हो जाएगा, so this will be even. So what we get, x1 is even, और हमने y1 क्या लिया था, y1 भी हमने क्या लिया था, 2rs, so y1 is also even. So यहाँ से अगर आप देखो GCD of x1 y1, 2 will divide both x1 y1, so GCD minimum 2 है, but ये contradiction है because इनका GCD तो मुझे 1 given है, so both cannot be even, both cannot be odd, so it means both are of opposite parity, right? And दूसरा, if you see r is what, if you see what is r, now we have to prove that they are greater than 0, right? So now we know x1 is greater than 0, we know x1 is greater than 0, right? And so from here we get what, r square minus s square is greater than 0, so r square is greater than s square, so from here we easily see that r is greater than s and they are greater than 0. But is it fine? But is it fine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right? Conversely it is very easy. So conversely हमें क्या करना है, हमें ये शो करना है कि अगर मेरे पास कोई दो नंबर्स हैं, r square minus s square, x1 is this, y1 is this, z1 is this, such that GCD of r and s is 1, they are of opposite parity, and r is greater than s and greater than 0. Then what we have to prove, that this number x1 y1 z1 is the solution of this equation, x square y square is equal to z square, right? So we can just put the values and we have to show it's a primitive solution, so we have to show that the GCD is 1. So I think this part you can handle. So just पहले तो अगर solution show करना है, हमने सिर्फ values put कर दी, x1 square plus y1 square. So you see moment you will solve it, you will get it equal to z1 square. So it is a solution, right? Then we have to show that the solutions are positive. So you see हमें क्या given है, r is greater than s, जैसे हमने ऊपर किया था. So r square will be greater than s square. So r square minus s square is greater than 0. r square minus s square क्या है, x1. अब 2rs भी greater than 0 होगा because r and s are positive. So y1 is positive. And z1 is what, r square plus s square, it is again positive, right? And then finally we have to show that the GCD is 1, right? So let d be the GCD, so d will divide x1, d will divide y1. So d will divide what, d will divide the squares addition, right? And so d will divide z also, z1 also, right? So why we have done this, because this will make the things easy. So now d divides z1, d divides x1, so d divides r square plus s square, d divides r square minus s square. Basically यहाँ से मैं add subtract करके r और s पे जाएंगे हम लोग. So अगर एक बार इनको add कर दो, so s will cancel, right? So we get d divides 2r square, subtract कर देंगे तो 2s square, so d will divide, 2 is common, r square s square, but मुझे तो given है GCD of r and s is 1. तो अगर r और s का GCD 1 है तो इसकी किसी भी पावर का GCD 1 होगा. इन पर्टिकुलर r square और s square का GCD भी 1 होगा, So only possibility is what? That D divides 2. But हमें पता है 2 को सिर्फ दो ही numbers divide करते हैं, either 1 or 2. Right? But again मुझे क्या given है? R and S, they are of opposite parity. They are not both even, they are not both odd. So it means what? R square and S square will also be of opposite parity. So R square minus, so it means what? R square अगर even है, right? S square odd है, any one of the thing can happen. तो R square minus S square will be odd, because इनमें से एक number even है, एक number odd है. तो यहाँ से क्या आ गया? R square minus X square is X1, right? So X1 is odd. So you see D divide X1. So D divides an odd number. So D cannot be equal to 2. So D cannot be odd. So only possibility is D has to be 1. और ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आपने X1 से करना है. This you could do with Y1 also. But is it fine? So proof is lengthy. What you can do, just go through this proof again. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in tomorrow's class.